Okay, this is reading video number 2. All right, this on your Schoology is the read aloud. It's the YouTube where someone reads the story to you. These are the worksheets in case you needed to print off another copy. This was the book pages that we went over in our picture walk, and this is the reading video number 1. All right, so we're going to look at the worksheets now. So if you have your worksheets handy, you need to get those out. You need to have already filled out what you believe the book is going to be about. Filled out the 8 characters and the setting. All right, so let's look at the very first question. And this is through pages 12 to 19. It says, beginning with then one day in November. Read for details. What word did Molly struggle with? All right, that answer is on page 12. So if we look in our book on page 12, that's the page where she was standing up and she was going to read in front of the class. It's this one right here. If you go down to the middle of the page, she starts to read and she says the first. What is she trying to say? I think I heard you. She's trying to say Thanksgiving. So with your pencil, I want you to write down Thanksgiving. Make sure you put a capital letter. All right, if you've listened to the YouTube video of the lady reading the book to you, you should know already that Molly and her family came from Russia. They moved to New York first. Papa didn't have a very good job there, so they moved to Winter Hill. And she's a little Jewish girl, and she speaks Yiddish. All right? So let's go to the next question. Now remember, if I go too quickly for you, you need to push pause and catch up with me. All right, this one's also going to be on page 12. It's an opinion. I guess you people don't celebrate American holidays. All right, do you think Elizabeth was trying to be mean when she said you people? What do you think? Is she trying to be mean? All right, I think you heard yes, she was trying to be mean. All right, why do you think she was trying to be mean? Where does Molly come from originally? Yes, Russia. So we're going to say yes, because Molly came from Russia. So she's a little Jewish girl. So of course they did not celebrate American holidays. Okay, write that down. Okay. All right, our next question. All right, it says analyze. I have to make a doll out of it. Remember, she wants the clothespin. She needs a clothespin. A pilgrim doll. What is a pilgrim? So Molly had to explain to her mother what a pilgrim was. All right, remember, pilgrims came to this country from the other side. They came for religious freedom. So we're going to write that down. That was off page 16. copy that down. Now remember, you may have to pause on this one for a few minutes so you get this one copied down. Okay. All right, let's look at the next page. All right, after reading pages 20 through 28, and it's beginning with most of the dolls were out, it says reread to clarify. What did Molly do with her doll when she arrived in class? Remember when Mama made the doll for her? Didn't look like a little Pilgrim girl like she was supposed to. So what did she do with her doll when she brought it to school? She gave the doll to Elizabeth. She hid the doll in her desk. She put the doll on her desk like many of the other children did. Give me a yell. Where'd she put her doll? Great, I heard everybody yell B. She hid it in her desk. She was ashamed of the doll. It didn't look like everybody else's. Remember, it looked like that picture that Mama had on the shelf. All right. Figurative language. All right. We haven't even talked about that this year, but write the type of figurative language used in section 3 of my face felt hot as fire. This using as. We are comparing her face to fire. So alliteration, automatopoeia, hybrid, or simile. That is actually a simile when you compare two things and you're using like or as. So on the line, write simile. Okay. All right, last question. Reread to clarify. Where did the Pilgrims get the idea for Thanksgiving? It's on page 26 in our story. But the Pilgrims actually got the idea for Thanksgiving in a Jewish Bible. And it's the Jewish harvest holiday of tabernacles. So that's how they got the idea for Thanksgiving. Okay, if you would copy that down, please. Now, you are going to need to send pictures to your teachers on Schoology. You will need to take 3 pictures. You'll need to take a picture of the first page, the second page, and the third page. All right. We've completed everything together except for this first page where you were supposed to fill out your prediction, what you thought the book was going to be about after we did our picture walk, and the 8 characters and the setting. So you're going to take 3 pictures, send them to your teacher. Don't forget on Schoology where it says subject that you would write down reading assignment for Monday, November the 23rd. Check your pictures before you send them, because if you can't read them, we can't read them, and we'll have to send them back to you so you can take a better picture. Always keep your papers in a folder in case we need to ask you to resend them because we can't read them. All right? I'll see you tomorrow. We'll talk about what we're going to do tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Bye.